I'm driving to work right now, but I feel like I have something that I should say. And don't worry, I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm not going to be looking down at my fucking phone. I'm not going to be like that one dumb broad who got banned on Twitch because she ran a red light, hit a fucking car, or whatever happened that day. But yeah, no, I'm paying attention. Don't worry about that. I just feel like I should say something. I watched the State of Play that was yesterday. Well, yesterday from the time that this video is uploaded. But, yeah, I liked it. We actually got a, release time frame for Pragmata. Marvel Tokon, which I thought was like the biggest announcement during that State of Play. I'm not that much of a fighting game fan, but occasionally I'll play something like I played Street Fighter 6, I played Tekken 8. This looks fucking awesome. Like, obviously it's not Marvel vs. Capcom, but hey, we're getting a freaking Japanese Marvel fighting game, and Iron Man looks like a fucking Gundam. That looks awesome to me. But yeah, for the most part, I liked what was shown at the State of Play. But then I started thinking to myself, obviously it's not the first time I brought this up, but in my personal opinion, I think Sony should at least consider bringing MOTORSTORM back. And for any of you that don't know what MOTORSTORM is, it was an off-road racing series that I grew up with, and it was a launch title with PS3. It was actually one of my first games when I got my PS3, back when I was 8 years old, because my first games were the first MOTORSTORM and Burnout Paradise. But yeah, MOTORSTORM, where do I even start with MOTORSTORM? MOTORSTORM was just fucking awesome. Everything about it. The racing, the aesthetic, everything about it. The destruction, the crashes. People would literally look at this game and be like, oh my god. Like, literally, in 2006, people would look at this and be like, oh my god, this is a game? It was like a fucking movie. But, yeah, it's like, obviously, we haven't had a new MOTORSTORM in, when was MOTORSTORM RC? 2011. Yeah, we haven't, well, not 2011, 2012. So yeah, we haven't had a freaking MOTORSTORM in 13 years, because Evolution was unfortunately shut down after the failure of Drive Club. That, and unfortunately Sony was going through financial trouble at the time. You know, and then we got Onrush with Codemasters, but it was basically what happened with freaking MOTORSTORM Apocalypse, that people who played Onrush liked it, but there weren't that many people playing Onrush. And then, of course, you know, Codemasters got freaking bought by EA, and then Evolution, well, they were called Codemasters Evo when they were with Codemasters. They got absorbed into EA, another support studio for freaking, what is it? Battlefield. But I heard, I'm pretty sure, like, some people have noticed too, that like some of the people that were associated with Evolution and Codemasters are now being put in the projects for Need for Speed F1. So it's like, oh, you're actually putting racing game development talent with racing games. That's actually kind of fucking smart. It looks like you actually think with your goddamn brain for once, EA. But anyway, I'm getting off track. I think, personally, Sony, if we don't get a new MOTORSTORM, we should get a remastered collection of what we already have with MOTORSTORM. Now, who should be the one to do it? I'd say the answer was right there during State of Play, Digital Eclipse. I'd say call up Digital Eclipse, give them the builds for the MOTORSTORM series, and see if they can find a way to remaster it. Like, maybe, well, I don't know about 60 frames per second because it was made with the Havoc engine. Not many games made with the Havoc engine were at 60 frames per second, but maybe make it cleaner. Maybe, I don't know, maybe add some new features, like, MOTORSTORM Apocalypse had, like, actual proper vehicle customization, but, like, every other game before that was just changing the paint job on the vehicles. Like, maybe just, like at least have like a library editor for Monument Valley and Pacific Rift, and like obviously maybe have like crossplay for multiplayer. Because I'm telling you, multiplayer in MOTORSTORM was actually freaking awesome. You could place bets for currency and experience in MOTORSTORM, which I actually thought was pretty cool. But yeah, it's like just plain and simple. I just want, like, obviously I'm being biased because like this is like one of my favorite games ever, but I just think that at the very least, Sony should give MOTORSTORM another chance, in my opinion. I know Evolution's not around anymore. They're not calling up Paul Raczynski and Matt Southern on fucking speed dial, but at the same time, it's like you already, like, people are already remaking and remastering all these games. It's like, why not look back on what you got, and who knows, maybe one of those things could be MOTORSTORM. And I know some people are gonna look at this and be like, oh, like, why would you bring back such an old series, and like, oh, it's just gonna be another one of the freaking games that they keep remastering all that. Well, first off, we already got Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain Blood Omen, not to mention Medieval, and people love all of that. And I mean, fucking Sony's remastered and remade The Last of Us a million fucking times. Might as well do it with a game that everyone actually uniformly likes and fucking doesn't want to rip each other's heads off over. But, yeah, just, I think personally, I think MOTORSTORM should have a chance of coming back. And like I said, if you're not able to get a hold of Matt Southern and Paul Raczynski for a new MOTORSTORM, I'd say hit up Digital Eclipse, see if maybe they can actually find a way to remaster like a collection of the games. I would like that personally, because with how Sony wants to do everything nowadays, like if we were to get a new MOTORSTORM, they'd make it a fucking life service. It'd be like a rotating shop of like cosmetics and paint jobs for fucking vehicles, for driver avatars. It'd be all this stupid crap that I don't want to see. And it's like, I mean, like, yeah, you can make that work, but it have to be like, you know, how they're doing Helldivers. It's like, yeah, they're adding new stuff, but it's not like on a time limit. It's just there permanently. If you're going to do it like that, I wouldn't mind it. But don't make it like a rotating store. Don't make it like, oh, buy now for $5, this, that, and like, no. I want MOTORSTORM bought back as MOTORSTORM. Have it be shit that I can earn. Earn. Not buy. Earn. E-A-R-N. Earn. It's like, I don't know. Just something I wanted to say. And, yeah, it's like I said, I know I'm not the only one who's talked about it. And, yeah, just, I don't know. All these games coming back and games being remastered. I mean, like, yeah, we're getting at least what it looks like better games that are original made nowadays. With frickin' Pragmata and Marvel Tokon. But I don't know. Personally, I just like to see MOTORSTORM, or hell, fucking Twisted Metal. Remember when that was gonna be freaking brought back when we got Concord instead? Yeah, I remember that. And I'll admit, I was pissed about it. But who knows? Maybe someday later down the line, maybe we could have some old games come back. I'd say, personally, MOTORSTORM. Or, fuck, like I just brought it up, Twisted Metal. But yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Who knows? Maybe it could be a freaking business proposal that Sony sees and decides to capitalize on. I don't know. I'm just some 25-year-old dickhead works as a custodian. But, yeah. Just wanted to say that. Who knows? Maybe we'll get something new for MOTORSTORM or Twisted Metal, maybe not. Have a nice day.